Welcome to the Coaching Connection podcast, brought to you by the Gateway Training Center, the home for all of your life coach training needs. I am Katy, educator and your trusted friend in the coaching world. I am here to share with you best practices, coaching examples, and tools to help you on your professional coaching journey. Let's start today's session with a question. How do you respond when a client shares a win for the week or a success that they have experienced? I've heard different responses from new coaches and seasoned coaches that often sound like, awesome, good job, well done. And this one, which is really hard for me to hear, is, I'm so pleased you took my advice. Be still my beating heart. The last statement example is hard for me to hear, not only because coaching isn't about giving advice, it takes away any celebration from the achievement and the progress made by the person that you're working with. I do want to sidestep for a moment and touch on advice giving within the coaching room, because there's a framework that coaches can use that allows advice giving, education, training, teaching, resource sharing, and even, to a minimal, self-disclosure. And when used in a framework, it can be effective and efficient. When it's not used in a framework, then oftentimes it comes from a place where, I've been through that situation, or I've been through a similar situation and I somewhat understand. And so I'm going to share with you what I did. Or if I was in your shoes, this is what I would do. And if you think about it, there are so many people in your clients' lives that can share with them advice that they may have tried and it hasn't worked, or that they just want someone to actually listen and help them create the roadmap for themselves. And to me, that's what coaching is about. Coaching is about offering a safe space to be able to facilitate the creation of that roadmap. If I share advice, which I don't, but if I did, I know that it's because I was triggered or something was triggered within me, and I am coming from an expert place. The framework that is helpful when you want to share things that you can perhaps see a blind spot, and if you can bring that to surface, then you know that there'd be a potential breakthrough. And the framework it's a concept taught under motivational interviewing, and it's called elicit, provide, elicit. And it's really simple, yet profoundly effective. And so the first elicit is when you ask your client, what do you know about A, B, and C? What would you like to know? Because this way you gain a picture and an understanding of what they already know about something that you feel prompted to share. And then what you do share can fill in the gaps, can highlight potential opportunities, and you are a partner with the person that you're working with, rather than spending half an hour, 40 minutes of your hour time sharing all of this information for your client to then turn around and respond and say, yeah, I've tried that, it doesn't work. Oh, okay. So step 1, elicit. Ask what they know about, ask what they would like to know. Step 2 is provide. When you provide, keep it simple. Don't use jargon. Share in a manner that is suitable for their learning style and their learning type. The last elicit, step 3, is to ask what value they are taking from what you've shared. How can what you've shared with them help them in their current situation? Based on the information you've given or the education, the resources, what can they learn that's going to help them? And maybe they have to go and do some research themselves and then come back next week and you follow up then. I would like to define what I mean when I say advice giving. It's the moment in the session when your client is sharing their situation and what they're going through and their potential vision of how they would like things to change. And the coach then responds with, Could you? Could you do this? If I was in your situation, I imagine this would be helpful. Have you tried? ... That to me is advice giving. Another reason that approach is not helpful is because the coach starts to feel responsible for the outcome of the change that the client is going to make. And the moment you attach yourself to the outcome, you risk taking away personal responsibility and accountability from the person that you are working with. We are accountable with our clients, not for our clients. We are not accountable for the outcomes that they are looking to achieve because in reality, we have no control over the actions that they will take to achieve what it is that they want to achieve. This level of self-reflection and ownership is what we can help cultivate in how we respond when celebrating progress. When somebody congratulates you, it feels good. We all love a boost in confidence and having that shared moment with somebody that we are working with. We want to celebrate the success together. How can we advance our response and give the gift to the client? What do I mean by that? Give the gift to the client. Simply put, get off the podium. For a moment, switch to athletic coaching with me. If you were the USA swimming team coach and the US won let's say the 200-meter freestyle, would you stand up and take the gold medal? No. Respond in such a way that you help the other person reflect on their growth, their actions, their celebration. This helps to increase awareness, reflection, and the magic word, accountability. Celebrate with your clients, absolutely. What we want to avoid is the client looking to us for validation linked to a job well done. Self-confidence and self-efficacy increase when they can look inward and connect with self. One of my favorite questions to ask is, what changed within you to help you achieve this? You can adapt this and be more specific. For example, what changed in your mindset to help move forward? It's the same idea with empathic listening and when we reflect an emotion. I have some more examples for you. By the tone of your voice, I can hear how pleased you are. The level of joy that is shining from you is evident. As well as emotions, we can also reflect on mindset, attitudes, a person's support network. It's about reflecting the change you see and how it came about. You created a plan and set your mind on accomplishing what you wanted. I also like to ask people what they are learning about themselves during the process. It is another way to connect inward. Can you hear the difference between, I'm so happy for you, well done, and responding and saying, by the tone of your voice, I can hear how pleased you are right now. And then another example could be, I feel so much joy in knowing that you've got to the place you want to be, versus the level of joy that is shining from you is evident. Can you hear the difference there? It's leaning into meta-awareness and connecting the person you're working with themselves. As you have listened to this coaching connection, what awareness has come up for you? I am such a believer of applying what we learn to ourselves first. Practice this skill by identifying something you want to celebrate. Write down some questions you would ask yourself. Write down some reflections around emotions, beliefs, mindset, actions that you took. and see what stands out to you. And then try applying this concept with those that you work with. And remember, when celebrating success, give the gift to the client.